We are going to start our session with the basic introduction like what is cybersecurity? Can anyone tell me what do you mean by cybersecurity? So, cybersecurity, protection of digital assets. So, guys, actually, cybersecurity is all about protecting the information. Okay. So, whenever we say that we are working in the field of the cybersecurity to the people, generally, I used to listen, like, hear these kind of questions from the people like, hey, cybersecurity, so can you hack the WhatsApp or can you hack the Facebook? So whenever I listen these kind of questions, I used to get lost because I don't know what to answer. Because cybersecurity is not about hacking, okay? It is all about securing the information. So what kind of information it is? So it is all about protecting the digital information, including devices. So devices can be laptops, computers, mobiles, and any other related things. Okay. Network, application, and organization. Okay. So this is all about the cyber security. Cyber security is all about, so even server comes under the devices. Okay. So cyber security is all about protecting the digital information, including the devices, network, application, and organizations. So here devices can be laptops, computers, mobile, server, smart TVs, anything we can consider as the device. Okay. So the reason why we are calling it as the digital information is whatever the information we store in these digital devices, everything will be in the form, in these devices, everything will be in the form of the digital format, not like any physical copies or any. It will be in the digital format. So that is the reason I am separating it in the form of the digital information. Okay. So now my question is why it is important to focus on the cybersecurity. Now we can say why cybersecurity is important. So the reason why it is important is, as you can see nowadays, majority of the crimes are taking place in the form of the, with the help of the internet. So the cyber crimes are increasing day to day. So let me show you a real live example. Okay, just a second. I hope you can able to see the screen, right? As you can see here, so this is the live threat map, okay, which is offered by the Radware. So even though Checkpoint, Kaspersky, everyone will provide this live threat map. Okay. So in this live threat map, if you observe here, all these are the things which are showing here. These lines are showing here, right? So the lines which you can see on the screen, these are the live attacks that are taking place. As you can see here, so see, all the countries were being performing the attacks, and all the countries are becoming the victims as well. You can see in the top attacker attacks. Okay, so the top attackers are like from US, we are having 47%, and the second place is Netherlands, third place Germany, and fourth place is some Seychelles, and the fifth one is the United Kingdom. Okay, and if you observe the top attacked countries, the victim countries, if you observe here, India was in the third place. So there are many crimes that are being taken place globally. So within a second or within a minute, you can see some hundreds and thousands of crimes are being taken place. Okay, so because of this, even the companies are becoming the like victims for these cyber threats, and they were losing like amount, and they were losing like their reputation, and finally it is getting lead to the destruction of their organizations as well. So that is the reason nowadays it is very much important for us to focus on the cyber security, not only for the companies, even the human beings in our day-to-day life, we are becoming victims for these cyber crimes where we are losing our money, and some people are being threatened, and some people are being uh, blackmail. So many things were being taken place. Okay. So it is the thing, the cyber crimes, which is affecting the human life along with the organizations, and it is related to all the sectors. Okay. So we cannot say here this attack is only for these category people or these category organization. So every company, every person who is using the internet, everyone are the victims, and they were the targets for the hacker. Everyone are becoming the victims for the cybercrime. So one day, even me, you, everyone will become the victims of the cybercrimes. So that is the reason we should have idea about this cybersecurity, and we should learn this cybersecurity. That is what it is very much important. You can see the companies like Uber and the Sony, and companies like what we say British Airways. You can see the British Airways is one of the biggest company, but nowadays you cannot see the flight service of the British Airways. Even it is affected with the data breach attack, and even Sony company is also affected with the data breach attack. So before 2015, so that is the reason if you observe in the market from 2015 to till today, still the Sony products were not being seen a lot in the market. So earlier till 2015, Sony is one of the competitor for the Apple and Samsung. Now, if you observe in these last 10 years, the products of the Sony become very less because even they were affected with the cyber attack. Okay. Even the company like Uber, they have paid around almost $350 billion to the hacker because they were affected with the data breach attack for not to release the information into the internet. They have paid that much of amount to the hacker. So that is how every company, everyone are facing the consequences with this cyber attack. So that is the reason nowadays it has become the a challenge for the companies to protect from these attacks. Okay, so that is the reason every company is focusing to hire the security experts in their organization. So that is what you can see. There is a huge demand for the security experts in the current market. Okay, so that is the reason the people are hiring the cybersecurity experts. So this is where we can build our career very good way, where it is like the lifetime settlement for each and every person. Okay. So now if you observe in this cyber crime, so we are having the different types of cyber attacks. Okay. Mm. So guys, before going to that, related to this recording session and other things, so kindly like the admin team will get back to you. Okay, so let me finish this session. Okay, and once the session is done, we can have the doubt session. Okay, so now coming to the cyber attacks. Okay, so there are different types of cyber attacks like phishing, spoofing, keyloggers, DOS attack, DDoS attack, skimming, brute force attack, social engineering, ransomware. So like this, there are many attacks, even data breach. So there are many attacks that are being taking place where the hackers are targeting the people in different ways with different techniques. Okay. So some of the important techniques attacks are this is what. Okay. So here coming to the phishing. So phishing is a kind of attack where the hacker is gonna create a link And whenever you click on that link, it opens a page which looks like similar to the genuine one. Okay. So majority of the people will consider it as the genuine page. And whenever they click on that, so for example, let me show you this image. So I hope you can able to see this image right here. If you observe, it is showing like Amazon 30th anniversary celebration. Okay. So to avail that, you need to click on this following. Whenever you click on this link, it will be shown a page which looks like similar to the Amazon. Okay. But whenever you open that page, what it is happening is like it is asking you to spin the wheel. Whenever you spin on that wheel, it is showing a message like, congratulations, you have won the iPhone. Now, majority of the people, what they think that they have won the iPhone. Now, if you want to get that iPhone, what you need to do? You need to provide your details. So this is the information that is required to the hacker. So phishing is a kind of attack which will be used against the people to steal their personal information like their usernames, passwords, and credit card and debit card related information, and like CVV details. So to steal these kind of things, the hackers will use this phishing attack. Okay. So here, the way how you can able to identify the phishing links is, if you observe here on the top, it is showing like, so if you observe here, it is showing www.amazon.com is the official site for the Amazon. But if you observe here, in the place of the domain name, you can see here nicegift.xyz. So nicegift.xyz is a domain name which is not related to the official Amazon site. Okay. So majority of the people will think that, so having HTTPS is safe to use. Actually, using HTTPS is not safe to use. So if the site is having HTTPS, means what we can say is the data, whatever we are communicating through this HTTPS sites, everything will be in the form of the encrypted format. Okay. The major difference between HTTP and HTTPS is whatever the data that we are browsing in the HTTP sites, everything will be in the form of the plain text, so that if any hacker is performing the man in the middle attack, they can able to see what we are typing over there. For example, two people are communicating with each other and any hacker is intercepting their traffic, they can able to see the exact plain text that what they are typing here. Okay. So what they are communicating. But whenever you are using these HTTPS sites now, whatever the information you are typing, everything will be encrypted into another language using the cryptographic algorithm. For example, if I am typing ABC and sending it to the receiver in the HTTP site, so it will be travel with the name ABC only. So same text will be sent through the internet throughout the communication. Okay. But whenever you are using the HTTPS site, the ABC will be converted into dot hash one or some other format where we cannot able to understand what is the original message. Even if you observe, the WhatsApp is offering end-to-end encryption, right? That means from the sender to receiver, in between the sender and receiver, whatever the data is being transmitted or sent and received, everything will be encrypted to some other language so that no one able to understand what we are typing over there. Okay. So here, same thing will be happened in the HTTPS site. So using HTTPS sites doesn't mean that this is not the phishing page. Even phishing pages can be created with the HTTPS things. Okay, with the HTTPS. So HTTPS is a protocol which is useful for us to provide the secure communication. To have the secure communication, we use these HTTPS sites. Okay, and then after here, just to make us to believe the hacker is using this name Amazon-BX. Actually, the domain name is the nicegift.xyz is the domain name, and within this domain there is a folder called Amazon Amazon BX. So whenever people see this Amazon, people will consider it as the genuine one. Okay. So the file name is the tb.php. So here tb.php is the file where the application related code will be added. Okay. So whenever you open this link, it is going to open a page related to the Amazon. Okay. It look like Amazon, but not the Amazon page. So first and foremost thing, how you can able to recognize this phishing page is like with the help of the URL. Okay. This is the first way to recognize the phishing page. Even though if you open that link accidentally, okay, the second way is like whenever you go to that page, nothing will work for you. Okay. For example, if it is the real Amazon site, you will be having the option to log in, log out, and go to the home tab or select the products and search the products related information. All the functionalities will be working for you. Okay. But in the phishing page, no option will be work for you except the places where you need to fill that text like your details and the spin and win option. Only these things will be work for you. Okay. Not only that, I will show you one more thing. During the time of the COVID, actually there is a message called just a second, let me share this. So if you observe here, so if you observe here, actually during the time of the COVID time, there is a fake message stating that Netflix is offering free streaming service to the people for 60 days because of this pandemic thing. Okay. So this is the message which is received in the WhatsApp of the people. Okay. 2 months of Netflix premium free at no cost for reason of quarantine coronavirus. Get 2 months of free Netflix premium anywhere in the world for 60 days. To avail that, you need to click on this link. Okay. Actually, whenever you click on that link, so it is going to open a page which looks similar to the official Netflix page. Okay. And here you can able to see accounts that still remain is 333. And if you observe in the next image, you can see the counter is reducing like 333, 332, 331, 330 till 324. So like this, the counter will get up to zero. Okay. So whenever you see these things, what the people will consider. So there are only few accounts remaining. If I make late, I'm gonna miss this opportunity. So to make you hurry, to make you feel hurry, and to grab that opportunity, the hackers will do these kind of tactics. Okay. And here, if you observe, the first two questions will be related to the COVID virus only. So if you observe here, due to COVID-19 pandemic, we are giving away totally free access. And the question one is like, are you taking care to prevent the virus from proliferating? So like these, similar questions will be there. 2 to 3 questions will be also related to the COVID virus. And then after, from the third or fourth question, they will be collecting your personal information like your age, your gender, your name, and other related details. Okay. And then after, see, you can able to see these comments as well. Whenever you see these comments now, here you can see, I love this action. It will help a lot. Okay, I just activated my account. It worked, my account just arrived. So, like this, there are some positive comments. So, guys, if someone is commenting here, definitely even you should have the option to comment over there, right? But in the phishing page, you will not be having that option to comment here. And along with that, you can see there are 58,249 likes for this particular post. So if someone is liking or reacting to that post, definitely even you should have the access to like, react, or comment on this particular post. But you will not get these kind of features available over there because all these are the screenshots which will be attached in that application by the hacker. Okay. Just by seeing that, people will consider it as the genuine because everyone will have the habit of reading the reviews. So we will be reading the reviews and we will be considering it as a genuine, and then we are gonna download the. But see guys, whenever you click on this download now button, in the back end, what it is happening is like it is gonna install a application called flix.apk as you can see it on the image, and it is going to be installed automatically into your PC. Okay. Then after it is gonna act accordingly to steal your personal information, and along with that, even it will be giving the access, remote access to the hacker. And along with that, even the messages will be sent from you. I have noticed that automatically this message was being sent to all the contacts that are there in your WhatsApp without your knowledge. So from my WhatsApp, without my knowledge, I did not send to anyone. Again, it will be sent to all the people that are there in my contacts. So this is how we can able to detect the phishing links. So don't click on anything, the links which you don't know. Okay. If you don't know any link, don't never ever click on those links. Okay. And still, if you're having any doubts, what you can do is like you can copy that link. Okay, you can copy that link and open the service called virus total. Okay, so virus total is one of the best platform where you will be having multiple antiviruses in this service. Okay, so normally in our system we can able to use only single antivirus at a time, right? But here the specialty of this particular virus total is you can able to scan for the URL, or you can able to scan for the file, you can able to scan for the IP address or hash value. Anything you can able to scan here. If you go to the search, you can type here the URL or any other related things. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is like here I'm gonna provide the domain name like it's myflix.com. Okay. And whenever you search on the click on the search button, so it will scan for that URL and it will gonna provide you the information. So it was created before 2 months ago. I mean 2 years ago. Okay. But now if you observe here, so here it is showing the creation date is like 5 years ago, and it is showing like the site is safe and secure. If it is not safe and secure, then it is gonna provide you the like information like 10 out of 94 or 5 out of 94. So if it is gonna provide you the information like that, so if it is detected as malicious by one or two antiviruses, then we can consider it as the false positive. So it is safe to use. If five antivirus, seven antiviruses, or 10 antivirus are detecting it as a malicious, then it is never ever recommended to use that application or that URL. Okay. So actually, this is the information provided 2 years ago. Okay. If you click on the reanalyze, so I told you now it was created 5 years ago. So it was happened in the year 2020. Okay. At that time, it was not safe to use, but now this site might be used for some other purpose. I hope so. So that is the reason it is showing safe now. But at that time, it has detected as the phishing page during that time. Okay. So not only that, even for example, just a second. If you want to choose any file, let us assume you are downloading any file from the internet. Okay. So what you can do is like you can choose on the file. Okay. So here, what I'm gonna do is like I have downloaded the application called VLC Media Player from the internet. Okay, but I don't know whether it is safe to use or not. So I am adding it over here. So now it will scan for that application. You can see this is the hash value of that application, and this is the name of the file VLC 3.0.21. So it was lost analyzed before 1 hour, so it is safe to use. So like this, if any malicious application is there, then it will be detected here and it will be shown here. If you observe, see how many antiviruses we are having. So Avast, you know about this. Bitdefender we use, and even Avira is also will you know, and AVG you know, right? So CrowdStrike, Falcon, and even Dr. Web, so ESCT, Google, so Kaspersky. So we know only few antiviruses, but here if you observe, there are many antiviruses, right? Almost around 70 to 80 antiviruses were there, and earlier even it was showed like 94 as. So it will be scanned by all the antiviruses that are available in the market, and they are gonna provide you the report. Based upon that, we can consider whether it is malicious or genuine. Okay, based upon that, we can use these applications. Okay, or even these URLs. So this is one of the best way that we can find the things. Okay, if you are having any attachment in the emails which you don't know from whom it is, or if you are getting any messages in the WhatsApp from the unknown people like attachments or the links, I recommend you guys to scan it here so that you will come to know whether it is safe to use or not. Okay, so is it clear or any doubts? So now in the cybersecurity, we majorly focusing on the thing called ethical hacking, right? So, okay, guys, thanks for coming. My question is, so anyhow, guys, we are going to discuss about each and every attack in the training classes clearly about each and everything. So here, so okay, Kaushik, I will clarify your doubt after the end of the session. Okay, so in the cybersecurity, we majorly hearing the terminology called ethical hacking, right? So what do you mean by ethical hacking? Any idea? So in this training, we majorly focusing on this ethical hacking. Okay. So coming to the cyber security, like these cyber crimes will be done by the hackers. Yes or no? So in the hackers, we are having the different types of hackers like white hat hacker, black hat hackers. So white hat, black hat, gray hat hackers. Okay. Along with that, we are having the script kiddies, suicide hackers, sponsored hackers. So like this, we are having the different types of hackers. Okay, we are having different types of hackers, out of which we will discuss about these first three category of hackers in this session now. Okay, and we will discuss about each and everything clearly in our training session. Okay. So coming to the white hat hackers are the types of hackers who is having better understanding on the technology, who is having the knowledge on the things, and they can able to write their own code, and along with that, even they can able to like develop the tools and everything. But so here, whatever they do, they will do for the organization. Okay, coming to the black hat hackers, even black hat hackers are the types of hackers who is similar to the white hat hackers. Even they will be having the proper knowledge on the technology. They can able to write their own code, and they can able to develop the tools, and they can do everything as the white hat hackers do. So both are same, but the major difference between the white hat hackers and black hat hackers is black hat hackers, they use their skill set to commit the crimes. So they will scan for the they will scan the application, and they will identify the vulnerabilities, and they make the exploit. Exploit is nothing but performing the attack. They will exploit, and they will perform the attack, and then after they will blackmail the company, or they will steal the money. So whatever their objective, like to tamper the data or to delete the data, whatever they want to do, they will be doing in that way. But whereas coming to the white hat hackers, even white hat hackers will perform this scan, identify the vulnerabilities, But instead of exploiting the vulnerabilities, so vulnerabilities are nothing but the loopholes. They are nothing but the loopholes like the errors. Based upon these errors only, the hacker will perform the attacks. They will identify the errors and they will perform the attacks. That can be called as the vulnerabilities. Okay. But here, the white hat hackers, they won't exploit the things, they won't perform any attack. Rather, they suggest the organization to patch the errors, okay, to update their application for security, and then after they will be fixing that errors and they will be releasing the updated application into the market. If you observe, in the Play Store, you will be getting the apps updates, right? And if you observe, if you scroll down whenever you are updating that app in the Play Store, there it will be shown like bug fixing. So what are the things they have added in the newly updated application? So over there you can able to identify all these things. So what are the things they have patched in that updated application? So you can able to find this list. Okay. Actually, the thing is like here, why we are calling these people as the white hat hackers is they are doing it with the permission of the owner. So if I am the owner of the application, if I hire a hacker to identify the vulnerabilities, then he is hacking and reporting that information to me, then that can be called as the white hat hacker. Okay, that person can be called as the white hat hacker because he is doing that with permission, with the knowledge of the owner. The owner knows that he is performing the scanning and identifying the vulnerabilities. Okay, but whenever it comes to the black hat hacker, even though if he do the same thing, like if he identify the vulnerability and report to the organization, that comes under the black hat only. It's a crime because the person is not getting permission from the owner. Rather, he is doing or she is doing it on their own without the knowledge of the owner. So if you are doing that without the knowledge of the owner or without the permission, then that can be called as the hacking. So it's illegal. That comes under the crime. So this is the major difference between the white hat hacker and the black hat hacker. Whatever the activity will be done by the white hat hacker, that will be done with permission, and whereas whatever the activity will be done by the black hat hacker, that can be done without the permission of the owner. So that is the major difference between the white hat and black hat. If you're doing it with permission and if you're doing it for good thing, then that can be called as the white hat hacking. If you're performing the attacks and without the knowledge of the owner, then if you're misusing that information, that comes under the black hat. This is the major difference between the white hat hacker and black hat hacker. And coming to the gray hat hackers, these people like or the like these types of hackers are having the like performing the both white hat and black hat. That is the reason we are calling it as a gray hat. So sometimes they act like the white hat hackers and sometimes they act like the black hat hackers. It completely depends upon their mindset. We don't know how they are going to behave at what time. Okay, some people morning they will be working for the organization to build the security, and in the night time they will be working to break the security. So they will be acting in two ways. That is the reason we are calling them as the gray hat hackers. Okay, so this is the major difference between the white hat, black hat, and gray hat hackers. Okay, any doubts related to this white hat, black hat, and gray hat hackers? Is it clear or any doubt? So guys, now coming to our training program. So here, this training program is the combination of both blue team and red team. Okay. So here we are focusing on the blue team and red team like defensive security and offensive security. Okay. So what are the things we are going to cover in this training program is, so we are gonna discuss about the introduction. We are gonna start from the introduction to cybersecurity, like from very beginning. Okay. So we are gonna start with the introduction section to cybersecurity, and here we are gonna discuss about the terminologies like what is threat, what is vulnerability, and what is the risk, what is the attack. So we are gonna discuss about the all the important terms in the cybersecurity, and along with that, we are gonna discuss about the types of cyber attacks. So we are gonna discuss about each and every attack in detail during the training program, and along with that, we are going to discuss about the different domains that are there in the cyber security. Okay. And then after the security goals, like what is confidentiality, what is integrity, and what is availability. Like we are going to discuss about the CIA triad, like confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And along with that, even we are going to discuss about the cyber security frameworks like NIST frameworks and ISO 27001 frameworks. And we are going to discuss about the ethical hacking fundamentals, like types of hackers, principles of ethical hacking considerations, even what is bug bounty program, what are the things we need to focus on. So what are the responsible disclosures that will be there for the bug bounty hunters. So we will be discussing about all these things, and along with that, we are going to discuss about the networking, and then after we are going to discuss about the information gathering. So the first stage of the hacking, the first phase in the phases of hacking, information gathering. So how to perform the active information gathering, how to inform, like perform the passive information gathering, and what are the tools that we can use to gather the information, and how to trace the location of the IP address. So we are going to discuss about all these things in the information gathering. Okay. Then after we are going to perform with the scanning and enumeration techniques. And along with that, then we are going to discuss about how to perform the exploitation, like how to gain the access. So after performing the scanning, we are going to identify the vulnerabilities. Now, how to perform the exploitation also we are going to discuss, because see, if you want to be a better cybersecurity expert, if you want to be a cybersecurity pro, definitely you need to know how the hacking will be done. So here we will be focusing on both the things, how to perform the attack, and then after how to mitigate the attack. So if you know how to perform the attacks, then only you can able to provide the better security, right? So you need to know how the hackers will perform the attack, then only you can able to provide better security infrastructure, like how to mitigate the attacks. Okay. So we are going to discuss about gaining access, and then after we are going to discuss about the web application hacking, like the penetration testing related things. So what is OS top 10, and then after how to perform the SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and other related attacks, and how to use the tools like Nessus, Upsuit, Wireshark, and Metasploit framework, other things, that everything will be discussed here. And then after we are going to discuss about the different types of malwares, and how to like exploit using the malwares, how to perform the attacks. So everything will be discussed here. Okay. So whatever the operations that we are doing till here, everything comes under the red team operations, because we are completely focusing on performing the attacks and identifying the vulnerabilities. Okay. And now from here, we are focusing on the defensive security, which comes under the blue team. Okay. So here we are going to discuss about the different types of security teams, like what is red team, what is blue team, and what is purple team, and what are the security controls we will be having, like how to prevent, how to detect, and how to correct the things, and how to implement the firewalls, like what is firewall, and how to configure the firewall, how to implement the firewall, and how to write the rules within the firewall, and what is IDS and IPS, how to install these things. And we are going to discuss about the SIM tool like Splunk as well. And along with that, we are going to discuss about the endpoint securities like antivirus, ED, or like endpoint detection response. Okay. And see, everything, whatever we are doing here, that will be hands on with the practical sessions. Okay. And then after, we are entering into the like topic called SOC, like Security Operations Center. And here we are going to discuss about what is SOC, and what are the different types that we have in the SOC, like what is L1, L2, L3 positions in the SOC, and what is the role of the security information in the event management, like SIEM, SIM, and what are the tools that we can use in the SOC, and then after how to perform the like log sources from the different security devices like the firewalls, endpoints, proxies, and authentication systems. And then after, what are the functions that we have in the SOC? Like what is threat monitoring and the incident detection? What is the event triage and the escalation and incident response and containment? Even we are going to have the forensic analysis as well. Okay. And how to make the report and how to submit it. Okay. And then after, we are going to discuss in detail about the threat intelligence and the incidents. Okay. So, what is a threat intelligence and threat intelligence life cycle? What is the indicator of compromise and indicators of attacks like IOC and IOA? And then after, we are going to discuss about the frameworks like cyber kill chain framework and MITRE attack framework, and what is incident response life cycle, and what do you mean by preservation, detection, containment, eradication, recovery, and how to perform the data recovery techniques using some forensic tools. So all these are the things that we are going to discuss here. And then after, we are going to discuss about the CTFs, capture the flag things. Okay. So this capture the flag are the like games for the best games for the hacker, where they can able to improve or develop their skill set in this field. Okay. So our main agenda here is like to provide you with the gamification of learning. See, if you want to be a hacker, so majorly having theoretical knowledge is different and having practical knowledge is different. When you are into the field of the cybersecurity, definitely you need to have the practical knowledge. So that is the reason we are building these training in the gamification way, where you will be provided with the different types of PMs where you need to perform the attack and you need to solve the challenges and the puzzles related to the hacking. So here, 70 to 80% of the training will be practical. Okay. All the tools you will be having access and all the things will be installed into your laptops, where you can able to practice them for 24 by 7. Okay. It completely depends upon you how much you will practice, and we will be there to guide you and assist you. And 20 to 30% of the training will be theoretical, because you need to have the strong basic foundation, and then after, you need to have the strong hands-on experience. So these things will make you the better cybersecurity expert, the cybersecurity pro, this kind of people that the companies are looking for. So we are trying to build, like, make our people, our students, to be in such a way that great cybersecurity warriors, where the companies are looking for. So we want to make you ready for the industry. So that is the reason we have designed this training program in such a way. Okay. So this is all about your curriculum that you are gonna learn in this training program. And if you are having any doubts, now you can ask me. So I am ready to answer your questions. Okay. So guys, whatever the doubt you are having, you can ask. So I can see what is the prerequisites of this course. So actually, you do not have any kind of prerequisites. The thing is like you need to have the better laptop to practice and the passion to learn. If you're really passionate to learn, then this course is for you. Okay. So related to the admissions and the training fee, okay, you can directly communicate with the concerned person. The admin team will get back to you about the technical things and the training. You can ask. Okay, so I can see. Yes, yes. See how much package that the ethical hacker means. It completely depends upon the organization you are choosing for. But I can say in India, as a fresher, you can expect around 4 to 6 lakhs as a fresher. Okay. And for intermediate level, you can expect from 6 to 8 lakhs of package. And for senior levels, you can expect around 20 to 30 lakhs. Okay. So minimum 18 to 20 lakhs. I mean, minimum 18 to 30 lakhs. It will be there, the packages. So in cybersecurity, there will be good packages. Okay. You need not to worry about these packages. So on an average, this is what the fresher is getting, around 4 to 6 lakhs in the current market in the cybersecurity. And about the job opportunities, see, the training program which we have designed is completely for the people, like for the companies, what they are looking for the candidates. Okay. If you observe in the Indeed, Naukri or LinkedIn, anywhere it is, okay, you can see now the companies are looking for the DFIR person, or for the incident role position, or for the forensic position, which is like the combination of both red team and blue team. So based upon the job roles and the job descriptions that were offered by the companies, we have this training program. Definitely, this will help you to get placed into the organizations. And at the end of this training program, you can able to compare yourself with the minimum 4 to 5 years of experience candidate in the organization. Okay, for sure, you are gonna gain that much of knowledge from this training program. Okay. So the course is gonna start in next 3 to 4 days. I hope so. So the admin team will inform you related to the start date of this training program. So I think in next 3 to 4 days the training program will start. Okay. So the duration of this training program is for 3 months. See, coming to the AI, so AI, it is not gonna affect the cybersecurity jobs. Rather, it is gonna increase the demand for the cybersecurity people in the market because cybersecurity is not any kind of classroom subject or the book syllabus that we need to learn. It is the technology. Okay, we should be always up to date. So no matter how the technology increases. So how much the technology increases, the job opportunities for the cybersecurity experts will also increase that much. So the more increase in the technology, the more increase in the jobs for the cybersecurity people. And nowadays, lot of researchers were going to include AI with the cybersecurity. So definitely there is a huge demand for the people. Okay. So it is not gonna show any kind of effect, but rather the AI will make our work easy. See, manually, if a person is doing a work and it is taking around 4 to 5 hours, then with the help of the AI, we can finish that work within 30 minutes or 1 hour, where we can able to save the time. So the AI is gonna reduce the time and it is making the human work very easy. Okay. So that is the reason we are using this AI technology. Okay. This cybersecurity and explain is happy. Yep, obviously, even ECE students can learn. So, cybersecurity is for everyone. If you're from the ECE, CSC, or mechanical, or from the biochemical, or any other technology, it is not limited to the particular education. It is only for CSC. It is not like that. It is for everyone. Even I am from ECE, and majority of my friends are from the mechanical and civil. So there are different people from the different education background. But see, since I told you this is technology, knowledge is important and hands-on experience is important. And the duration is for 3 months. Okay. So coding knowledge is not required for this training program. But if you're having coding knowledge, that will be advantage for you when you're working for the product based companies. Like if you're working in a development side, then that is okay. But for this SOC or security analyst or for the DFIR, so there are different roles in the cyber security. For these things, coding is not required. It is not mandatory. Okay. And for this training program also, coding is not mandatory. It is not required. Okay. Cyber security and network security are the same. See, cybersecurity is the parent term under which we are having the different subcategories like network security, IoT security, cloud security, and digital forensics, and then after SCADA security and penetration testing. So we are having the different categories within the cybersecurity. Okay, so cybersecurity is the parent term under which we have all these things. I hope you get it, Paul, right? So if you're from the testing background, so Sarvanan. So Sarvanan Gokul does, if you're from the testing background, okay. So you can definitely switch for this cybersecurity program, so there won't be any issue. Even I have done my ISTQB certification and even I am from the testing background only. See, in the testing also, we will be having the penetration testing, right, which is very much advanced. So in the cybersecurity, we can go as a penetration tester, as a fresher. And if you are already having the knowledge in the testing, then this will make your work very easy in the cybersecurity to understand the concepts and to work practically. So definitely you can switch, okay? And even your background also will be considered over here, okay? So I think Sahil Sayed. So that is what Sahil. So in case if you are passionate to learn, then definitely this training program is for you. So no matter whether you're a fresher or like the professional person, we are gonna start this training program from the scratch, from very scratch to the advanced level. So definitely you can start this training program. There won't be any issue. Okay. See, better laptop means, see, you need to require minimum 16 GB of RAM to practice the labs. Okay. If you want to install these labs into your laptop, otherwise you can create the lab virtually as well. So that is different scenario. But if you want to practice all these tools, you need to have 16 GB of RAM, and along with that 100 GB of storage space. Okay, 100 GB of storage space and 16 GB of laptop. And if it is i5 or i7, that would be very great. And if it is i3 also, you can work on it, but it will perform little slow when compared to the i5 and i7. Okay, you can work in the i3 as well, the processor, but i5 and i7 will perform faster than the i3. And in case if you're having the SSD rather than hard disk, okay, HDD, even that will improve the performance of your laptop. It completely depends upon the laptop that you are having. So it will take time to perform this, but minimum 16 GB RAM is recommended. Okay. So networking knowledge is required, Shakil, but the thing is like we are gonna teach you about the networking as well in this training program. So you need not to worry regarding that. Even we are studying the networking from the scratch. Yeah, the companies like so Vishal, the companies like EY, Deloitte, and like the companies Sutherland. So everyone are hiring for the freshers as well. So I have seen lot of job postings. Even you can go through their career portal and you can see they were looking for 0 to 2 years of experience as well. So 0 to 2 years means definitely it is for freshers as well. Okay. So you can directly check in the company's portals, career portals. You can find lot of jobs in the each and every company. So in the MNCs. So Vishal, right? Yes. So Rajesh, definitely. So if you are having 3 years of gap also, definitely you need to start at some point, right? If you can able to showcase your knowledge and your skill set, definitely you can get the job as a fresher for sure. But all you need to do is like you need to practice well. Okay. The more you practice, the more opportunities you get because the companies require the candidate who is having the better knowledge. Okay. Even if you observe the Washington DC, like in the US also, they have released a press note stating that irrespective of your education background, irrespective of your certifications, if you consider yourself as the really knowledgeable person, then you can directly come to us where we can hire you for our organization. So actually, they were having around 100 billions of jobs. Okay. So where they wanted to hire the people irrespective of their education background and their percentage and their experience. All they require is like the knowledge and skill set. Even this is what nowadays all the companies are focusing on. Okay. So definitely you need to start at one point. Definitely you will get the opportunity, but you need to practice well and you need to focus on the subject a lot. Okay. Even non-background people can also go for the cyber security. Okay. So Shakil, as I already told you, AI will not impact the cybersecurity professionals in future. Rather, it will make their work easy. Okay. So education background. So what we are thinking is like since it is like from the like advanced program and we don't want the people to misuse the things which we are teaching in this training program. So people, if you're having like around 20 years of age or like 18 plus years of age, then you can choose this training program. So the training duration is for 3 months. So Sahil Sayed, even though if you are going for the CCNA training program, you can go for this cybersecurity training program parallelly, because there you are gonna learn about these networking and routing and switching other things, right? So definitely this will make you advanced in that training program. So there you will be learning up to some extent, and along with that, you are gonna learn many things over here related to that field. So there, if you are having one job opportunity, here you will be having the 10 job opportunities. Okay? You know the timings. So timings and the class day, I mean start date, everything will be informed by the admin team. Okay. Security analyst, ethical hacking, and cyber hack. So, as I already told you, security analyst is a role in the organization, and ethical hacking is like, as I already told you, whatever the things we do in a legal way with the permission of the organization, that comes under the ethical hacking, and cyber arc is a tool that we use when we are working in the organization. Okay. Yep. Anyhow, whenever we are discussing about the proxies and along with that VPNs, definitely we will discuss about the Tor browser, dark web, and deep web, other things. Okay. So I can see here the name Hacker the Predator. I don't know whose name it is. But even though if you're working in the MNC and if you're like lagging the skills, definitely you can join this training program, because see, I was offering training to the people who are working in the manager level as well, who are having 17 years, 20 years experience as well. So majority of the working professionals, they will join for the training program to improve their skill set on the practical things, because theoretically everyone will have that knowledge, but practically if you gain that knowledge and the confidence, and not only for the web application, nowadays there is a huge demand for the DFIR positions and the security analyst related things, and other like for the defensive security, many companies are focusing on this. Even though if you want to switch from one position to another position in the cyber security also, definitely, so these things will be helpful for you. Okay? Yep, obviously, see, students also will have the job opportunities in cybersecurity. So you need not to worry about your education background. Okay, everyone will have the like opportunities in this cybersecurity. That is the specialty of this cybersecurity. Irrespective of your education background, you can get the job. So the basic laptop specifications, as I already told you, we require 16 GB RAM and 100 GB of storage space. If you're having more than 100 GB, that is also so prerequisites of the course are like passion to learn, as I already told you. And then after joining to the course, whatever the activities and the things we teach you and we give you the assignments, you need to practice them. So for now, here we are not gonna provide the cloud security covering in this training program, because as you've seen this, we are majorly covering on the things related to the red team and blue team operations, and especially in this SOC. Okay. But during that time, we will be discussing about the cloud as well, but not in depth. So we are gonna discuss about the cloud first. So we are having the both online and offline training. Anyhow, we are going to discuss about the AI in this training program and the role of the AI in the cybersecurity, but not completely about the AI, because this is the cybersecurity training program. Whatever the things that are required for the cybersecurity related to the AI, we are going to discuss about it. Okay. So Sajid, you have done your graduation 2018, right? So, Sajid, the thing is like you can join as a fresher for the organization, but for that you need to practice, because there is one of my student who is having 10 years of gap after his education. Okay. Still, he was able to manage to get the job. Okay. He did that. So, based upon that, I can tell you, you can able to get the job as a fresher, but the thing is like you need to practice a lot and you need to work well. you need to work for. Because all you need to do is like in the interview, you need to showcase your skills. That is the major thing that required here. Okay. Do we need to? So networking and other things, what are the things that are required for this training program? We will be teaching in this training program. I think there are a lot of questions. Oh, see, actually, if you are taking your admission in the BTech, you can directly go for the cybersecurity or you can take CSC. Anything is fine. So even in the colleges, they were considering cybersecurity as a part of CSC. Okay. So no matter whatever you take, but in the college, you cannot expect the practical knowledge a lot. So definitely, again, you have to take the training program to become the pro for sure. See, whenever you are performing for the penetration testing, especially web application penetration testing, you need to have the knowledge to understand the coding for sure. At least minimum knowledge you need to. So 256 GB SSD is okay. If you're having 4 GB RAM, I recommend you need to have extra 8 GB of RAM. Okay, you can get it from the shops like 8 GB RAM extra, so that you will be having 12 GB. With that, you can able to manage your labs. So DevOps engineer with 6 years of experience, and yes, you can do this training program, and you can add that experience as well for this domain. Okay, there won't be any. And whatever the tools and other things that are required to you, that will be provided by us. Okay. So it is not about the mandatory to have the CCNA certification for completing this training program. Okay. Certification, it's completely depends upon you. Like what we can say is like whenever you're applying for any job, so based upon the role that you are looking for, you can able to do those certifications. Okay. So based upon your requirement and based upon the industries and the job roles you are applying for, based upon that you can do the certification, but it is not mandatory. Okay. So definitely you can able to take the CES certification or other certification, relevant certifications after this training program with this, but definitely you need to practice for sure. Mhm. So even deep web that will be covered over here. See, Bharat, if you're having knowledge on this AWS, how to use this AWS, and if you're having any instance in the AWS, you can install labs like Linux over there, and you can practice from there. There won't be any issue. You can do your practice. So definitely, when you are switching from one company to another company with the proper skill set and knowledge, definitely you can get the good packages. For sure, you can get that. So any CPU is fine. No worries. Even the companies, there are some companies who are hiring only freshers for this SOC. Definitely, there is a job opportunities for freshers as well. Okay. So class timings and everything will be taught told, you will be getting this information from the admin team. So okay, guys, I hope I have attended maximum questions related to this regarding your doubts. So the thing is like then the admin team will get back to you and they will be attending all your doubts. Okay, so you can inquire with the admin team related to the joining date and the fees and everything. And the training program is going to start in next 2 to 3 days. So people who are interested, I request everyone to like get in contact with the admin team. So they will be helping you with the admission and the enrollment process. Okay. So related to these admin process and other classes and everything, the admin team will be informing you. Okay. As a trainer, my duty is to teach you and to train you. So this is what I can help you with, and related to the subject doubts and the course curriculum and other things, I can help you with all these things. Okay. So you can directly discuss with the admin team. So they will be getting attended your all your doubts and they will be helping you with the enrollment processes. Okay. So as I already told you, the classes are gonna start in next 2 to 3 days. So I request everyone to contact with the admin team to proceed with your enrollment process. Okay. So thank you guys. I hope you got benefited from this session. So thank you everyone and have a great day.